Hey, once again, this is Sakori17 here with a 1-up breakdown gameplay video. Today we have the fascinating Child of Eden. I will be playing through this video with Kinect, and I'll explain how that works and what I think about it. Okay, this is the menu for Child of Eden. There are these different orbs representing levels that you can choose. So with Kinect, you just hover your hand over whichever one you want to play and go on from there. Alright, here we go. First off, I want to say that before playing this game, I'd never really played anything like this. So it was a bit of a new experience for me, and I wasn't really sure what to expect going in. But the first thing that caught me was visually, this game is amazing. It's just stunning. The visuals are very varied, very colorful, vivid. They change all the time, and they react to what you do in the game. There's just all sorts of different environments, and it's very smooth and really just fascinating. The audio is also excellent in this game. Obviously you can hear it here, but it's got a really solid beat to it. It's got something steady that you can play to. It's smooth, it's really not over the top, you know, so it's not blasting your ear or annoying while you're playing or anything. A neat thing about Child of Eden is that the game reacts both visually and audially to what you do. So as you're taking out enemies or shooting different enemies, depending on which weapon you're using, it makes different sounds. Sort of like cues, but at the same time, it's just a way to interact with the game and make it a little bit more immersive. The way Kinect works with Child of Eden is that you play standing in front of the Kinect sensor, and you use both of your hands but one at a time. So to use this kind of missile weapon you have where you just slide over enemies and then throw your hand towards the screen, you raise your right hand. And then to switch to this rapid fire sort of machine gun weapon, you use your left hand. So you're sort of switching back and forth between your two hands as needed for different situations. Now the sort of lock-on attachment is good for most normal enemies and big groups of enemies. When you need to switch to the machine gun attachment is for dealing with purple enemies, and you also have to use it when faced with these sort of purple rockets that enemies send out at you sometimes, which you can see right here on the screen. The gameplay gets really interesting when you have to switch back and forth between them frequently, or you're fighting enemies that sort of take a combination of the two to defeat. It gets pretty tricky, and it's really kind of challenging to switch back and forth smoothly. I have also played with the controller, and it's pretty similar, except you don't have to change hands, obviously. You just hold different buttons for each weapon. Overall, I found the controller a bit easier to use, but I think that's just because, you know, I'm more familiar with using a controller. Using Kinect is definitely a lot more fun and much more immersive, and really the more I play with Kinect, the more accustomed and capable I become with it. One of the things I really like about playing with Kinect is how you can sort of trace out the path of your enemies. Your enemies often spawn in arcs or some sort of, you know, fluid shape like that, and once you get the hang of it, you can just use your hand to quickly trace their path and lock on all of them, and then just throw your hand at the screen and kill them all at once. It definitely takes some getting used to, and it makes for a very different experience. types of pickups in Child of Eden, like that little blue orb there. That is health, which goes into the bottom right. There's also what is called Euphoria, which are these purple pickups, where once you get them, you throw your hands into the air, and it pretty much shoots out, sort of like an atom bomb. It just takes out everything on the screen. Alright, I'm going to stop talking for most of the rest of this video, but I just want to say real quick that while you're watching, think about how the name of this level is Evolution, and how that title sort of fits into the gameplay you're seeing. is the end of the level. You get a ranking system up to 5 stars, and you also get some other statistics at the end. In addition, you get some unlocks, which are pretty much just cool graphics, which you can see in the title menu. So overall, I'd have to say that Child of Eden is an extremely fun game. It's obviously gorgeous and very immersive, very fun to play. I really find myself getting into it when I'm playing and really kind of rocking to the beat and putting combos together. As far as Kinect goes, this is by far the best game I've played, and I've played pretty much everything out there for it. So if you're looking for something fun to do with Kinect, then this is it. Let's see, I think that about wraps it up. If you're into innovative and creative titles, do not pass Child of Eden up. You will want to play it. I'm going to throw up some more videos for Child of Eden, and as always, I've got more videos coming for other games as well. See you next time. Sakori out.